Hello everyone, welcome to WeeaBoomers. I'm your host, Danime Japanime, and with me to watch this classic anime is Bob from GigaBoots.
Hey everybody.
KZ from KZExcellent.com.
I love Japanimation.
And Mr. Feel from Mr. Feel's Wild Ride.
Oh, for some reason I thought it would be parts unknown.
We have 3 boomers and a Zoomer correspondent, so that way we have a diverse cast of representatives here. KZ, I'm glad to get your perspective on this because in my eyes, this anime, Project A-ko, is an unassailable classic.
I have some words to say about it soon.
Bob, how would you describe the classic that is Project A-ko?
It's like a pile of parodies and a goofy fun time.
Okay, I don't like your description. Feel, how would you describe Project A-ko?
This is the most boomer thing I've ever seen in my entire life in the anime realm. I think the moment when it's like, here's Captain Harlock driving the super dimensional fortress Macross and he's voiced by Char.
He's also an alcoholic.
That's really when it's like, okay, you don't get more. You bought this on VHS at an anime convention in 1991.
Yes, and even the Amazon Prime upload looks like you bought it on a VHS at an anime con in 1991.
Yes.
It's weird how at the end it says, fuck you, Miami Mike.
Even the audio quality has a very VHS sound. As it gets louder, the recording sounds hot. It loses detail. It's very funny. Every high school girl in this basically is voiced by a 30-year-old woman at youngest, I feel. It's fantastic. But we need to talk about what's great about this. Hey, Bob.
What's up?
You know what's great about Project A-ko?
Enlighten me.
Project A-ko started development as just straight up a hentai, and somewhere in the middle of animating the hentai, they said, man, there's a lot of cool shit in this hentai. What if we just made it a movie, like a normal movie that people could watch?
Yeah, I think that will probably let them give it more funding.
Yes, that was actually part of the reasoning. They were like, we can have some more budget if this isn't just porn.
I feel like this movie might have had too much budget.
No, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong.
There are parts where they clearly were like, we have too much money. What do we do? I guess a bunch of missiles?
Yeah, it's very cool.
I guess missiles.
Part of the charm is the incredibly intricate mech design and transformation sequences that are completely superfluous.
To summarize the plot to anyone who's not familiar with this and wants instead of an aesthetic description, a literal plot synopsis, Project A-ko is a movie about 3 incredibly gay high school girls who are vying for each other's attention, hardcore, some of which feeling themselves up while in a bathtub thinking about the other ones. And one of them's incredibly super powerful. Another one's a crazy good inventor. And the third one is apparently an alien princess. It is a fantastic anime, and there's this whole military side plot of them fighting off the aliens, but none of that matters to our protagonists until the very end. It is fantastic, and there are very few males in this entire thing, which is a delightful detail. You even have Kenshiro in it, who is just a woman now, or a high school girl, but, still incredibly huge and buff and straight up Fist the North Star shit. KZ, how was the shock coming into this?
So, since you forgot about me in the intro, my experience of this, I came in, I didn't know what this was. You made no effort to warn me about what I was about to watch. And I watched it. And this might have the largest concentration of crackhead energy I have seen in anything.
Yes.
In years. I had no idea what this was going to be. I just know the movie started and I saw boobies, and then it just kept going from there into crazy. I don't understand.
I did expect something more coherent.
And I watched it and I went, man, I can see all the things that ripped this off.
And vice versa?
Yeah, this has actually got, like I said, it's a bunch of parody, so a lot of it is literally ripping off things directly.
Like almost all of it.
Like, as Phil mentioned, Captain Harlock, Macross, Fist of the North Star.
Macross ain't even real.
I'm okay with saying that. I've never seen it.
That's because you're not allowed.
Robotech guy.
One day I will put my hands around the neck of Harmony Gold and erase them from this world with my own strength.
Good. I watched this originally on the Sci-Fi Channel for Saturday Japanime. This, Ninja Scroll, and Akira were my 3 introductions to anime. This was my favorite of the 3. It is marvelous at every level. But KZ's description of it has severe crackhead energy is pretty apt. At very least, Seiko has to be high on crack the whole way. That bitch.
I was 35 minutes into this film, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
What? It's just a heartwarming story about intimate feelings that high school girls have towards each other.
Towards their developmentally disabled friend.
She's just extra, okay? She's just a little high energy, high strung, low thoughtfulness.
You know, this really was a dub from 1992.
It's hard to tell.
It was more than I could have ever imagined.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it'd be amazing if they went back and redubbed this. I think that would be really interesting if we got like a full remaster. You got the original dub and then a new dub that was trying to be a little bit more accurate.
Are you saying that we might want to recast Biko as anyone other than a late 30-year-old woman who's very throaty or whatever?
Maybe.
With her smoky dulcet tones?
Same with Eiko's.
No.
It's you're right, it's unassailable.
I mean, to be fair, I am delighted by the dub.
Yes.
I am also delighted. I probably wouldn't like this as much if I listened to it in Japanese.
I feel like you lose a little bit of the atmosphere. I mean, this thing is a fusion American project because the entire soundtrack is made by some American composers living in California. The Japanese studio came over and found some people to make the music, so it was that classic song it played.
It really threw me off.
Oh, yeah, no, it hits you hard. You're like, why is this just straight up American 80s music? What is happening?
Yeah, that
Yes.
that Flyaway song is amazing.
It is really good. The DVD comes with a music video featuring it and a behind the scenes of them getting the composer and admitting that this was originally porn. Which is still so funny to me.
I don't understand why there's 2 English voice actors for everyone in this movie, it says, and one of them is Scott McNeil.
Oh man, it must have had some other dub that we didn't get.
Yeah, eventually Ocean redubbed it.
Huh.
I'll have to.
There's a version. There's a version of it where Scott McNeil is the captain.
Oh no, we need to watch that. We need any way to find that.
I got to get my hands on that. That's too good.
Look what you did.
I one of my favorite details in the original US dub, I have no idea what that other one sounds like, is that the Fist of the North Star Kenshiro parody has a really gruff man do all the grunting sounds for it, like flexing and getting powerful, and then she just in a very, very high-pitched young girl voice just goes, "You're gonna regret that."
Yes, that's also in the Japanese. I like it a lot.
It's really good.
I was very tired at the start of the day when I watched that, so that just scared me.
Let me tell you, that is exactly how that would have hit you if you watched this originally on Sci-Fi. You just don't expect that sort of shit. It hits you hard, you know?
Stop talking about Sci-Fi. I only watched anime on Sci-Fi for like a month. It was okay.
Man, that was so long ago. It was when they were actually called the Sci-Fi Channel and not Sci-Fi SYFY, which is the stupidest thing in the world.
That's when I watched it.
Yeah.
Our network sounds like a venereal disease.
Raw.
I think the reason I elected this for the first episode of WeeaBoomers is that
Look at it.
I think this is an important, iconic anime, and that being a parody of so many other animes and being so quintessentially early 90s and very much a thing that would not get made in America with the drowning in gay undertones. I think it's a marvelous thing. especially since Aiko is super powerful, and the only way we're going to explain that, because we assume people want some form of explanation, is the ending shot where it's implied that her parents are apparently Superman and Lois Lane?
I think it's supposed to be Wonder Woman.
Oh, okay. Is it Wonder Woman? Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, it's blatantly Superman. They're ironing his fucking suit.
I think Superman's even on the newspaper he's reading or something.
Yeah. It's such a powerfully, like, especially with the original dub in the US, it is such a powerfully aged thing. It's basically the anime equivalent of a blue cheese. Like, it's really fucking strong.
Oh, like from Snow Dogs.
No one's ever talking about Snow Dogs, Casey.
I was going to say it's like concentrated orange juice.
Concentrated orange juice?
It's just
okay,
it's
continue.
pure anime. Like this is the 80s aesthetic anime. You got it at the purest form. You can water it down and get something else.
Bob, are you telling
you
me
can't get any more pure?
This is like if you took a Tropicana orange juice concentrate out of the frozen tin,
Yes.
and just ate it with a spoon.
Yeah, that.
I think that's.
You're right.
I think he's right. Yeah, because it's really.
You're right.
Sweet.
If I had to see a girl's underwear one more fucking time in this thing.
Oh, that's the director's signature.
With being from the
What,
80s?
vaginas?
He is known for panty fan service.
He invented it.
Brave.
He invented panties.
I'd also like to point out that I don't know if it's in this movie. I wasn't paying real close attention to all of like the newspaper clips and photographs in the background and shit. But I'm pretty sure Biko's dad is just supposed to be Tony Stark.
Huh.
Great.
Why not? I think it is truly delightful that Captain Harlock is such an alcoholic in this. Like, that's such a fun character detail. And that the moment he stops having a full glass of liquor, he starts literally losing his mind. Or sorry, she starts literally losing her mind. Sorry about that. Because most of the movie, it's implied, this person's got a deep voice. It's a buff dude. And the person who's Captain Harlock, original Harlock's male. And for all intents and purposes, you look at that person, they're male. But there's even a line when Aiko busts into the fucking room with them where she goes, "Call off your men." And Captain Harlock parody goes, "Men? What men?" And I'm like, this is such a delightful... I like this a lot. I find it incredibly awesome.
I had to look up what else this guy has done.
Yeah?
He actually did some key animation for the second episode of Kill la Kill.
Honestly, I was watching this and I was like, Kill la Kill had to take some inspiration from it. Project Aiko. There's no fucking...
Yeah, they're that deeply in the same genre.
It's been a while since I've seen Kill la Kill, but it felt like just the massive tower in the center and the whole school setup thing kind of reminded me a lot of that.
You mean everybody at Trigger watched a lot of anime from the 80s?
No way.
Well, also...
This had everything you could have wanted. It reminded me of Kill la Kill. I can only assume Metal Gear Rising ripped this off.
Yes. I like when that moment happens when she's running up the rockets. Dan's just like, Platinum should just make a Project Aiko game. They should just go full force in.
Yeah, I think they'd be doing a lot better if they had something that was literally Project Aiko.
That's why they're building a new engine.
Oh, thank God. We can finally have gay female protagonists with this new Platinum engine. It uses machine learning to add diversity to our cast.
I don't know. The theme might be bravery.
Could be. We'll find out when it ships. But yeah, there's also like parallel with Kill la Kill. There's the fact that the entire power structure is all female. Like when you look at the critical characters in the power structure, it's 2 female adversaries, and then above them, of course, even more. I really do. Like, I saw someone out there, and this was a tweet a month or so ago. They're like, I always see people shit-talking anime for its representation of LGBT. And I think that's bullshit because early anime for me helped me identify with how I am, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of how I saw it too. Project Echo being especially helpful with that, but I don't know. Bob, when did you first watch this anime?
I actually saw it fairly late. I did not see it back when it aired on television. I didn't see it, I think, until a little bit after high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, because it wasn't in Anime Club, but it was sometime after there, just having the DVD.
No, Anime Club was more of a Those Who Hunt Elves atmosphere, less a Project Echo atmosphere.
Yes, very true.
Please look forward to that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's probably the best response for that, yeah. I think this is a really good starting point for anime. I don't know.
The movie I saw on Japanimation segment of Sci-Fi was
Saturday Japanime?
Saturday Japanime was Wrath of the Ninja.
Oh.
Which is
not Ninja Scroll.
Not Ninja Scroll. It's actually way more violent but worse drawn.
That's a good combination.
And there are literally moments they had to just have censor bars on screen.
Now I'm just thinking of Anime Club with, was it Laura Ponte sticking her hands over the stuff in, what's the name of that anime? Ranma, just trying to cover up tits. Just being like, here, I'll censor it. It's good. We're fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. My hand is over the boob.
Everything's fine.
Mr. Feel, what was your iconic early anime experiences and how it compares to Project Echo?
Oh, honestly, like the very, very first thing was probably Dragon Ball.
Wow.
But before, when they would cut the movies into episodes and it was all ocean.
Yeah.
Cause we didn't have like badass cable.
Right.
So it was mostly that. And then we got better cable. So I saw stuff like Dirty Pair on one of the channels. I don't think I've ever seen it all at once, but over my life, I must have seen all of the movie X because of all the time I saw 5 minutes of it.
Oh my God.
Yes, X was also an early experience for me.
Yeah, I think that set a certain tone.
It's like, what the fuck? What? Oh, okay. Oh, we got battle cubes. This is like Psychic Force.
Yes. X is like Psychic Force. You got it, Dan.
Not the other way around. Correct.
Dan?
What's up?
I don't know what either of those are.
Psychic Force is an iconic fighting game for the PS1 and Dreamcast and later PS2 in Japan. In it, you play as an anime and you fight other animes as you fly around with Psychic.
Oh.
You are, in fact, a Psychicer. That is the official term. And you use your Psychicer powers such as, what was it? Earth, fire, wind, and robot. It's really good. As for X, Bob, how the fuck do you describe X to someone?
You know what Clamp is, KZ?
Oh, no. End the conversation.
Okay, well, don't worry. We'll get around to X later, I am sure.
Oh, God.
Other than that, back when video stores existed, I would rent a lot of their anime VHS tapes. In fact, I watched the entire last season at the time of Slayers on VHS tapes.
Oh, nice. Nice. Slayers is pretty good.
The one where Brock is gory.
Yes. Yeah, no, they brought him back even for the newest season of Slayers. It's great.
It is great. Iconic cast. It's a shame Lost Universe does not have as iconic of a cast.
I don't know what that is either.
So Slayers is a thing. Lost Universe is another thing. They're both written by the same guy as light novels, but nobody ever brings up Lost Universe, probably because it involves Star Wars ripoffs and
and the anime is legendarily bad.
It is legendarily bad. In fact, they
guess we don't have to watch it then.
Well, see, that has that legendary status there, KZ.
Oh shit. We are a legendary podcast network.
It's true. We are legend. Lord Shax whispers into my ears about how legendary I am every day. KZ, we've talked with a lot of people about their early experiences with anime. Tell me, Zoomer, what was your early experiences with anime?
Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball.
Sailor Moon's really good.
Yeah. I think they were on like a block where it was like I think they came out one after the other on like Cartoon Network.
Yeah, I think USA did that at one point, and that's how I caught that. I think Sailor Moon has a lot more of the unique Japanese atmosphere to it than Dragon Ball. I feel I feel like I appreciated Sailor Moon a bit more back in the day. I don't know about currently. I haven't watched that or Dragon Ball outside of certain movies in a while.
Well, they're all really good, so it gives you a good impression.
Ignore the other podcasts you're on, please.
It's not canon to WeeaBoomers.
Patreon.com/GB podcast.
So I think overall, that's a good early experience you got there, KZ.
I enjoyed this. It was just made for crackheads.
Yeah, no, every moment it feels like it goes insane in a different direction you weren't quite expecting. Like,
I was not expecting them to continue to keep hurting that dude every time they went to school.
Yeah, no, he tried his best to get out of the way as he became more and more crippled. It didn't work out.
The fact that they did more with them eventually shocked me.
Yeah.
You thought that was just one role in the story. That's fair.
Yes, because that's in any other anime, that would be it.
When they became a competent fighter, it was a real shock.
It blew my fucking mind.
Yeah, having a battle suit and a giant shield and scimitar out of nowhere was a little shocking. Yeah.
They recovered from all those broken limbs really fast.
Yes.
Yes.
The bikinis helped that.
I guess. Maybe that or the space booze. Who knows?
I'm just looking through the other people who worked on this, like the animation director, or the creator of Eiko completely, like did the manga and everything.
Yeah.
Worked on a lot of Bleach anime.
No way.
This has a very obvious, like, every single person was an animator, there was no writer.
Yes. It's glorious.
Yeah, no. I think that's what fuels
they just wanted to make
its power.
They just wanted to make the crack-headed girl's mouth move. She has to be screaming at all times.
Here's the thing about
her mouth
Seiko.
being bigger than her head.
That character is Mako from Kill la Kill if the person had ADD and no restraint making her.
Seiko is a side character, like non-extremely main protagonist version of so many different animes protagonists back then. Like, to some extent, Lost Universe's main character is her. To some extent, Lena Inverse is very her. There are a lot of animes back then.
A lot, but they don't. Like, she has taken it to a new degree.
Right, because she's a parody of it.
Yeah.
She's some joke version of that, where her two traits are she screams a lot and she accidentally poisons her friends.
I don't know how to feel about, like, here's our first episode. You're going to make me watch a parody?
Well, it's important for American culture, for anime, for the original generation, You need to know how important Project Eiko is, and it's iconic, really. More people should watch.
It was really important for Eiko to fall into that room with smelly panties.
That's how she discovered that literally everyone on that ship was female.
It's important.
That's world building. That's world building.
Environmental storytelling.
Yes. This could have just been a room, but instead it's a room full of panties and bras. Environmental storytelling.
Did we cover how the title is literally just a reference to a Jackie Chan movie?
The title was literally a reference to the fact that the three main characters are just named Girl A, Girl B, and Girl C, and they never named them.
My brain wanted to default to that, but I'm like, no, that sounds too stupid. There's got to be some other meaning here.
Well, according to the complete anime guide, first edition, the title is a reference to the Jackie Chan movie Project A, and they just never changed it.
Huh. I mean, I've seen that Jackie Chan movie. It's really good. You probably don't need to change it.
It's a good Jackie Chan movie.
Please enjoy the upcoming Jackie Chanuary.
Yes, please look forward to Jackie Chanuary. Yeah, it's a good Jackie Chan movie.
Which will happen in September.
Yes. But yeah, no, I think it's delightful that they didn't even name these three characters. They're like, whatever, your name's Girl A, your name's Girl B. It's even funnier because Aiko and Seiko are friends, and they can't remember Biko's name. They're like, don't you remember that girl who hated you when you were a kid? She's like, yeah, what was her name? Binko? Blinko?
That's what confused me at first about this film, where I was like, A, and then they just skipped B. Oh, okay.
Because B gets between A and C.
Don't make it canon.
The guy who keeps getting smeared by them running by is just named D.
Yep.
Yes.
Look, they didn't want to put a lot of thought into any of the story.
It's great. That's not important. What's important is really cool scenes with the ship we stole from Macross.
And all these robots that she made.
Yes. Some of which transform in horrible ways that mangle the pilot.
Yes. This is early enough that might be one of the first times that joke's pulled ever.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, I think that is the earliest example of this is a transforming mech. We designed it wrong.
Yeah, I think it probably is. Also, the teacher's literally just Creamy Mommy, which was a magical girl anime from the 80s.
Are you
God.
fucking serious?
No, I'm gonna post a picture of her.
Okay.
And this has been confirmed. They're like, no, we just took her. Changed her just enough to not get in trouble.
That they did not. But luckily no one cares in Japan.
Let me look at this. Yep. Okay. That's fine.
No, it's fine. The hair's slightly different.
That's fucking delightful. I do love how just the three main characters, like the different hairstyles for them, and then because it's insanely long and flows in amazing ways for all these explosions. This is important. Also, what the fuck? Okay, so the last time they battle outside the high school, she brings, what was it, 4 giant mechs? Like absolutely enormous mechs.
I think it was 5 because it was a Power Rangers reference.
It's 5.
Yes.
He says I forget what stupid word she keeps using.
I can't. Kageyama?
The Akagiyama 5 is what she calls them.
Yeah. And then they just get completely wrecked, and she's in her schoolgirl outfit. And then she goes, I've had enough of this, and throws it off, and she's wearing an insane cybernetic dom suit that's just like, your underwear is now a metal plate, and your face is a helmet. Where did that come from? It's...
that also shocked me because she surprisingly became competent.
Well, yes.
Yes, up till there, it seemed like she was going to be the joke villain.
Yes.
And then she has a power suit.
Much to the dismay of the entire school, which is funny because they're blowing the shit out of that school, wrecking walls left and right. And then Aiko goes, I should run away from the school so we don't destroy it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure the body count's already in the hundreds. Like,
It's a little late.
No, everybody was fine. If you noticed when she was jumping back and forth from the fighter jets trying to get up to the spaceship, every time one of them got blown up and she jumped to another, they made sure to include a chair with a parachute in the background.
It's pretty good.
They did it for that, but they did not do that for the space station when that got annihilated.
That's, yeah.
But that wasn't her, so she's clean.
So she's fine, yeah. There's that scene where she lands on the jet. The dude is trying to fly in the middle of this alien defense maneuver. And he's like screaming because he's terrified and he can't see, but his tongue's out in a way that might suggest it's also perverted. And I still to this day can't figure out if he's more terrified of death or aroused. It's fucking killing me.
Yes.
Admittedly, his words say, hey, you're blocking my view, we're gonna die. So, at very least, he's still got upper level function, or higher level function of, hey, you need to not block my view, we're gonna be murdered by these space spider mechs. Speaking of which, when you have that badass fight in the city with the tanks versus the spider mechs, it is delightful that it's like, oh, they're throwing the spider mechs at each other like Biko and Aiko are, and they're destroying the alien menace. Isn't that funny? That's how we're going to defend against them. Oh, now they're destroying the human tanks as well.
Yes. It was mainly Biko destroying the human tanks, though.
Kind of. I mean, Aiko sees a turret aimed at her and is standing on a tank. I feel like there's some culpability there, but
somewhat. I mean, she turned the tank turret towards the other tank.
Yeah,
that's not great, but
it's not. But it's really funny. I feel like I had no knowledge, obviously, of Macross or a number of the things this was parodying when I watched it originally, but I still found it immensely funny. Like, this isn't a sort of anime, I feel, where you have to be like, oh, that's a Macross reference. Now it's hilarious. Like, you could just fucking watch it and be like, what the fuck is going on? This is great. Pretty cool how that alien ship pulled a nada spin on the tower in the middle of the city.
You know, I see that, and I wonder if it's also a reference to the Fist of North Star thing, where there's a boat to a skyscraper.
Yeah, where there's a boat inside of a skyscraper, and Aggro was like, "What is that? Lunar titanium? How strong is the boat in order to sustain this and just hang out there for decades?" But yeah, I feel like with the powerful 80s soundtrack, Project Echo is, as Bob said, concentrated frozen orange juice that you're just eating with this spoon. Very powerful.
You know what? It is very similar to the Death Stranding analogy of it's like having 15 pounds of green beans at gunpoint.
It's too powerful.
Yes.
KZ, halfway through this movie, started freaking out. He said, "Oh no, I'm getting cultured?"
No, the part where the alien like spaceship showed up and they showed like the villain, and I went, "Oh god, is there going to be a story?" And it fucking shook me.
Yeah, because it doesn't even imply for a second before that moment that it's going to do that.
Yeah.
The first time through, I always had the thought of like, oh, Eiko is going to be from space. That's why she's super powered.
Right, and that's what they definitely were leading you to believe.
Right.
It's like, oh, okay, he's investigating this because she's the... Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then they're like, nah, it's Seiko. It's real good. Because Seiko's completely unremarkable.
What are you talking about? She wants so much that she puts herself into a comatose state.
It's true.
That's very remarkable.
It's like, oh no, she's in shock. And she's like, I yelled so much I ran out of energy, so then I just zoned out. I'm like, yeah, that's a mood.
That's us at the end of the day.
Sometimes that's us at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, Avenging My Youth.
You were zoning out during that stream.
No, I just look. Bragg hit me enough times. Sorry, Zigbar hit me enough times where I just fucking lost it and my brain flatlined.
or before that, when you're like, I love this one dude who reviews MRIs.
Oh no, MRI. Look, man, that was a 20.5-hour stream. I get the right to say a fucking. Is it? Yeah, it's an initialism. It wouldn't be an acronym.
Yeah, you that happened, and you just put your head down for a bit.
Yeah, I was like, this is rough. You know, I feel like if they changed less in Sailor Moon, censor-wise, when they brought it over to the States, it would be a little bit closer to Project Echo. What do you think, Bob?
Probably not.
What are you talking about? Those two are, what was it, cousins in the States?
Okay, that part would be closer.
Yeah, the weird cousin.
We're cousins that sleep to get together naked in the same bed.
That's how cousins work sometimes, okay? Don't worry about it.
We did this dub for the Louisiana audience.
That's brave.
They know who to really talk to.
With the Sailor Moon dub. Yes. Also, the part where it's like, what is it? How old is Tuxedo Mask supposed to be? Isn't he like fucking 17 and Serena's supposed to be 13?
He's like 25 or something.
No, he is not 25. Not. Jesus fuck. Hey, Serena. Hi, 25-year-old man. Bob, this is an initial D.
I could have sworn it was something like that. Maybe it's some... it's card captors.
My work here is done.
He's 17.
My work here is done, but you didn't do anything. Of course it would have been illegal.
Zoom. Did you just shows up to let.
He's 17, which still makes him a 17-year-old flirting with these 14-year-olds, which isn't great.
Don't worry about it.
He's just showing up to tell Serena. He's just like, hey, I'm thinking about it. I'm not going to do it, though. I'd get arrested. Okay, bye. She's like, wow, what a cool guy.
God.
Oh, boy. It's pretty anime. Isn't there at least one Sailor Moon movie? I feel like
There's a bunch of Sailor Moon shit at this point because they came back and
because they brought back
a really bad remake.
What was it called? Crystal? Sailor Moon Crystal?
Yeah, Crystal.
Yeah, I've seen like
where
one
I
or
think
two
it was
episodes.
only aired on the web for the first couple seasons, so it had like the absolute worst budget of anything ever made.
All the transformation sequences were in CG.
Yeah.
There are 3 movies, R, S, and Super S.
Ooh.
I'm going to assume R is the only from the original era.
No, I think all 3 of those are original, right?
Really? Huh.
Yeah, all 3 of those are from like pre-Crystal, yeah.
Ah, jeez. We're going to have to watch Sailor Moon on this show, but not before Lost Universe. You know, Lost Universe is just that much more important.
I remember the Utena movie made a strong impression back then, too.
Don't forget X.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and X.
Here's the thing about X. I feel like the movie brings more value per minute than the series.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't think anyone even talks about the series. At least...
I forgot there was a series.
It was made afterwards. It switched off cell animation to the Digipaint stuff, and it was early on in doing that, so it didn't look great. Even though it was Madhouse, so it was still somewhat high budget, it looked fairly okay. But the movie, I believe, it looked a lot better.
The movie is pretty incredible in a few different ways, but
let me make sure I'm right.
And a lot of them I can't reference without spoiling really important shit.
Yeah, there's one scene that sticks with me forever, and it will never leave.
And it's just like, whoa, dude.
This is a bit much, man.
What are you doing here?
The movie is like the Clamp version of this.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, 2001 for the series, 96 for the movie.
Yeah, that sounds right, yeah.
So right on that switch off.
I feel like the X movie is what the Psychic Force OVAs should have been. Do not watch the Psychic Force OVAs. It is a waste of your time.
Isn't Psychic Force just X, just like Evil Zone is just X?
Yes.
Well, Evil Zone is just everything, because there's like a Tenchi Muyo character, a robot like metal hero character, there's one for everything. There's literally each character is a different anime.
Yeah, different anime stereotype. And isn't Evil Zone is that Production IG?
No, it's AIC.
AIC. Okay. I always
it's just guys who make Tenchi.
It's just guys who make Tenchi. We got some Tenchi characters here. Oh, that's right. We need to cover Tenchi on this, but enough teasing future projects. I guess we need to sort of wrap things up. I think this is quintessential anime. Project Echo is quintessential viewing for any anime fan who wants to see what like early anime exposure in the States was like, and also see this delightful parody of a number of different animes, all mixed up and with weird undertones of weird. Like, it's so obvious it was originally hentai, but if you didn't know that watching it, you're just like, oh, this is a weird shift to her touching her boob while thinking about her classmate. That's a bizarre tone to have here, but okay.
I think Agro defended that as, no, it's not that.
They're just friends.
They're just friends.
Oh my god.
Sometimes cousins sleep naked together.
We're going to hear about this when this comes out.
Yes.
Let it be known Bob said that. Anyways, I think I give this anime a strong recommendation as of this recording. It is available on Amazon Prime and what was it, Retro Crush or whatever.
Yeah, and you can still get the DVDs. They're still in print from Discotheque.
Keep in mind, the DVDs look real rough.
Yeah, they're not great.
It really does look like a VHS that was poorly converted.
The Amazon Prime looked real rough.
The Amazon Prime looks exactly like the DVDs, but with a little bit of like, say you uploaded it to YouTube, smoothing. It is not. Yeah, it's not exceptional. But this anime is. I highly recommend Project Echo. Bob, do you, the second boomer, Do you recommend Project A-ko to people?
Yeah, of course. You should go check this out. There's nothing quite like it. It spastically goes between just a high school comedy that doesn't make much sense to a legitimate fighting anime to mecha anime to space anime, and it's all there. It has everything.
It has everything. It
has better fight scenes than basically any of the DBZ stuff we've watched for the channel.
Yeah, well, Dragon Ball lives on story and nuanced writing.
I think it's more about character development, but I digress. This is not a Dragon Ball anime podcast, so we're not gonna worry about that here. Mr. Feel, Boomer the Third, would you recommend this?
Sure. I had fun watching it. I don't think it's going to make you think very hard, but it's fun.
I don't think it's This is really a parallel.
It's anime. Why would I be thinking while watching it?
It's really a parallel to Ghost in the Shell. You know, very introspective animes. Project A-ko and Ghost in the Shell.
I feel bad that I like this a lot more than the original Ghost in the Shell.
Oh man, you should. You probably should have saved that bullet
seen the
for that
original
episode.
Ghost in the Shell.
Well, we're gonna have to watch it on this series for sure. Hopefully, we can avoid watching the second movie.
Keep listing old things so I can say no, I haven't seen it genuinely.
Yeah, no, we need to underscore every episode all these old anime we've seen and you haven't, so that way people understand the boomer-zoomer relationship here. Anyways, KZ, would you recommend Project A-ko?
Of course, I didn't have to pay for it. It's free with Amazon Prime.
Remember, if you pay for a thing and don't extract value into a random point where they didn't pull the money from your account, that's free.
Correct.
Well, I'm glad to hear the Council of Boomers and Zoomer have come together to recommend Project A-ko, an absolute classic anime that is free. Yeah, feel free to check it out, everyone. We'll see you next time on WeeaBoomers. Thank you for watching this episode of WeeaBoomers. This show is only made possible by the support of our patrons over at patreon.com/gbpodcasts. If you become a $5 backer or podlord, you can get early access to Chugging Bleach and Mondo Cool, our Bleach and DBZ movie podcast, and you can also get many other exclusive benefits. That's patreon.com/gbpodcasts. This month's GigaBoots videos have erupted into reality thanks to the money magic of our executive producers. Esme, Nicholas Cameron, E. Lee Broyles, Star Falcon, Spaceman Spiff, Danny Richardson, Red Blaze 27, They Podlord Now, and local himbo Adam Admar. Thank you very much to our executive producers. And also these guys. If you want to become powerful like our executive producers, you can head on over to patreon.com/gigaboots today.